Good afternoon, class. My name is Brian Merritt, and this evening we'll be talking about zero-day attacks and how to prevent them. Let's get started. Now, what exactly is a zero-day attack? A zero-day attack is the use of a zero-day exploit to cause damage to or steal data from a system affected by a vulnerability. Zero-day, the term zero-day, refers to newly discovered security vulnerabilities that hackers can exploit to attack systems. Zero-day refers to a flaw that is just discovered by the vendor or developer, so they have just 0 days to fix it. Hackers can exploit zero-day vulnerabilities before developers can even fix them. A zero-day vulnerability is discovered by attackers before the vendor is aware of it. In the absence of patches, zero-day vulnerabilities are likely to be exploited, so attacks are likely to succeed. A zero-day exploit is the method hackers use to attack systems with a previously unidentified vulnerability. In 2021, the Mandiant report found 80 zero-days exploited, which more than doubled the previous set of records in 2019. The primary actors exploiting these vulnerabilities continue to be. The researchers also detected a notable rise in financially driven attacks. So far this year, in 2022, a total of 18 security vulnerabilities have been exploited as unpatched 0 days into the wild, according to the analysis, and half of those were preventable flaws. A news link that I have provided that has been provided by NBC News, America's Cyber War, 0 Days Espionage and Vulnerabilities. Another news link I provided by CNBC News, titled 0 Day, Cyber Attacks Are Destructive and Becoming More Common. Here are some recent examples of zero-day attacks. In 2021 of December, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Cisco, Google Cloud, and IBM were among the major tech players affected by the Log4j vulnerability in an open source logging library. Wired reported the exploit will continue to wreak havoc across the internet for years to come. The U.S.'s Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Director described the flaw as one of the most serious I've ever seen in my entire career, if not the most serious. Earlier in 2021, Google Chrome was hit by a series of zero-day threats and issued updates to a vulnerability stemming from a bug in its web browser's V8 JavaScript engine. Zoom was also targeted in 2020. Hackers were able to remotely access users' PCs if the video conferencing platform was running on an older version of Windows. Also, iOS, Apple, fell victim in 2020 to 2 sets of zero-day bugs that saw attackers compromising iPhones remotely. Here are ways on how to prevent a zero-day attack. A lockdown network. Good security policy dictates that each account should only have access to the systems needed to complete the user's job. Preventative security. Maintaining a good firewall and up-to-date antivirus is the best step you can take to ensure security for your system. Good data backup. Reliable and well-tested backups are worth the weight in gold. Knowing your data is safe and your system can be recovered is peace of mind against even the most highly destructive zero-day attacks. Intrusion protection. Network Intrusive Protector System protects against threats introduced to the network from both external and internal sources, and also full coverage protection. Used in combination, these techniques can prevent, protect, and mitigate against kinds of threats that even the top security firms haven't even patched yet. Zero-day conclusion. Everyone involved in zero-day attacks is in for a nightmare. Your best chance of success is to act early. Security news is a good place to keep up with. Identify where you are vulnerable to zero-day exploits as soon as they are announced, and patch those vulnerabilities as soon as they are announced. Thank you, and have a good evening.